Sexting or sending nudes. Sexting and the sharing of nude images have become prevalent forms of communications, particularly among younger generation. So, usually, yung mga na-involve nga raw dito is yung mga younger generation, yung mga kabataan. Kasi nga, di ba, yung temptation nila is hindi pa nila ganun nakakontrol. And also, hindi pa sila masyadong aware sa sex education. Sexting. The act of sending sexually explicit messages or images via mobile devices. So ito, mas kilala siya sa tawag na SOC, meaning sex on chat. Yan. So basically, nangyayari to sa isang magpartner, ganyan. Nagpapalitan sila ng mga malaswang images and messages. Siyempre, to fulfill their desires sa isa't isa.
Nudes. Well, first things first, ano nga ba ang nudes? This refers to photographs or artwork that depict the human body without clothes. Nudes are the photographs that typically feature nudity, often shared in a private or semi-private context. It clarifies that the main characteristics of nudes is nudity. It points out that these images show individuals without clothes, emphasizing the natural state of the body. These photographs are usually distributed private, suggest they are shared among close friends or partners, while semi-private could mean sharing with a limited audience such as social media followers or art community, indicating a level of intimacy or confidentiality in their sharing.
So sabi dyan, it can enhance intimacy between partners, fostering closer emotional connection. Ibig sabihin, nag-enhance nga raw nito yung intimacy sa dalawang mag-partner. Kasi napaparamdam nila sa isa't isa na hindi sila magkalayo, na parang magkasama lang sila ganyan. Through that way, nasasatisfy nila yung needs ng bawat isa. So next, meron ditong tatlong risk and consequences. First is yung privacy concern. One of the significant risks associated with sexting is the potential for images to be shared without consent. Dito naman, dito mataas yung percent sa isang mag-partner. Once na mag-break yan, merong magaganap na revenge. Lalo na kapag kunwari, nag-break sila na may galit sa isa't isa, ganyan. Or hindi tanggap ng isa, magkakaroon yan ng revenge. Yun naman yung tinatawag na revenge porn na tinatawag nga dito. Which is, kapag kunwari nag-break na sila, yung isa gagawa ng move na siraan yung ex-partner niya through this way. Ito yung ipapakalat niya yung mga nude pics ng ex-partner nila.
Legal implication. Laws surrounding and sharing of explicit image can vary significantly by jurisdiction. Minors involved the sexting may face legal consequences even if the act have a consent. Meaning, may mga batas pa din sa pag-share ng mga malalaswang pictures or video kahit mga minors ay pwede magkaroon ng legal consequence o parusa kahit may consent ito. Example, revenge pornography, meaning ang pag-share ng malalaswang picture or video without consent can result criminal charge under revenge porn. Example pa dito, yung child pornography. Like yung sabi ko kanina, pwedeng magkaroon ng legal consequence ang mga minor de edad kahit ito ay may consent. Another example is consent and privacy violation. Ang pag-share ng image without explicit consent ay maaaring lumabag sa batas and lead to civil liability for damage.
So, ayun nga, mayroon tayong tatlong risk and consequences na nabanggit ni Althea kanina. So, babalikan ko lang din yung sinabi niyang sa revenge porn. So, usually, sa revenge porn, dito nangyayari yung madalas na naikakalat yung explicit images or photos or yung nudes ng isang partner nila because of the fact na yung isang partner is meron ng attachment issue. So, dun sa partner niya, parang nagkakaroon tayo ng blackmailing na tinatawag kasi halimbawa, nakipag-break yung isang partner and gusto niya makipagbalikan. Gagamitin niya yung photos na yun pang blackmail dun sa partner niya para makipagbalikan. Or kapag hindi pumayag, is ikakalat niya yung photos without consent. Kaya dun nangyayari yung sa consent, sa risk and consequences. Siyempre, papasok na rin dito yung sa mental health impacts. So, dito sa mental health impacts, it can really affect yung sa mental health ng people na involved sa sexting. Siyempre, papasok sa isip niya kung ano yung mga iniisip ng ibang tao sa kanya, and iisipin niya na rin yung magiging kalagayan ng pamilya niya and yung magiging sitwasyon. So, sa other concerns, there are noticeable gender disparities in how sexting is perceived. Women may face harsher judgment and stigma compared to men, leading to discussions about double standards in sexual expression. So, may studies kasi na nagsasabing mas active ang men kaysa sa mga babae sa sexting. Pero bakit mas madaming mga biktima ng mga babae na nakakatanggap ng consequences or unfair treatment ng society? So, nagkakaroon talaga tayo ng double standards pagdating sa sexting. So, lagi na lang nagkakaroon ng double standards pagdating sa mga babae at lalaki. So, ayon din sa studies that men were most likely to say na ginagawa nila yung sexting from the word hedonism, to feel good or to satisfy their sexual needs. Samantalang pag tinanong mo yung mga babae, ang sasabihin nila is because more likely na sasabihin nila they are insecure. It's about their insecurity na kapag hindi nila ginawa yung sexting is iiwan sila ng partner nila, or they are worried na parang hindi sila mahal or mararamdaman nilang hindi sila kailangan ng partner nila. So, dito naman, yung sa influence of media. Media portrayals often glamorize sexting and nudity, contributing to societal expectations about sexual behavior. This can create unrealistic standards for both body image and sexual experiences. So, ngayon, ang issue ngayon is yung kay Maris Racal and yung kay Anthony, which is related siya dito kasi it's about sexting. So, papasok na rin dito yung kay Maris Racal tsaka kay Anthony. So, sabi kasi dito, another source defines sexting as the act of text messaging someone in the hope of having sexual encounter with them later, initially casual, transitioning into highly suggestive and even sexually explicit. So bukod sa nagsiset siya ng unrealistic standards, nag-help din siya na magkalat ng issue sa SOCMED, and hindi natin maiiwasan yun kahit sabihin natin hindi natin sinasadyang malaman, is nasa SOCMED tayo and social media has the influence na ipakalat yun at makita ng lahat. Ayun nga yung nangyari nga about issue kay Maris and kay Anthony. So, yung about sa screenshots nila is nakita doon yung parang explicit messages ni Maris na halimbawa yung sabi niya, you miss my body, ganon. Baby, I want baby kisses. So, parang ayun, parang isa siyang sexual encounter na nag-hope na mangyari sa mga susunod na araw, ganon. So, conclusion, sexting and the sharing of nudes are complex issues intertwining aspects of sexuality, privacy, and societal norms. While these practices can empower individuals and enhance intimacy, they also carry significant risks and consequences. So, ayun, dagdag ko lang dito yung tatlong nasa dulo, yung nilagay ko na education, consent, and support system. Sa education, comprehensive sexual education should include discussions about the risks and responsibilities associated with sexting. So, dito rin yung consent, emphasizing the importance of consent in all forms of sexual communication. Siyempre, this is essential. So, meron din tayong support system, providing resources for those affected by non-consensual sharing of images can help mitigate the emotional impact. So, syempre, kailangan natin ng support system once na may nangyaring ganito. Hindi yung gagatungan pa natin and kakalat pa natin yung mga photos or leak convos nila, ganun.